Let's see here. Since Heinrich and Ollie left Neverwinter, it's been 185 days. And since we met Rin, it's been about 22 days. 25, excuse me.
Let me grab my charger real quick.
Nobody hears anything, right?
No.
I hear you.
Alrighty.
Sound resumed.
Why did that tell me sound resumed?
Yeah, what? What? I heard it too. Unless it just came real clear through someone's mic. Oh, Drax! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Ugh.
Kai and Kazan just told me that there's a new campaign guide coming up for DnD, and
Yes.
it's fucking Ravnica.
What?
From Magic? Yeah, it's
What?
fucking Ravnica. Straight
Look on
up.
Slack.
You mean Magic the card game?
Magic the Gathering, yeah. There's a expansion about a city that's basically Coruscant from Star Wars, but it's the idea is the 5 colors of magic. There's 10 guilds that combine 2 of each of the colors, black and green, red and white, red and blue, into guilds that have their own themes, and they're making a fucking D&D campaign guide.
There is
About
a
it.
video that I posted on Slack earlier today that it's about 5-6 minutes long that discusses the just briefly what they're going to do with it. And there's another one for Eberron that's about the same length.
It's a huge crossover for two huge passions of ours, so it's insane. It's pretty sweet.
It is kind of cool that they're doing a crossover that way. Like I haven't been into Magic for years, but still, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
How are they meshing Ravnica or Magic?
Entirely new character creation.
Yeah, it's its own thing.
I'm sorry, Casey.
It's an
I
entirely
misspoke earlier.
standalone thing.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
The way no,
What?
I misspoke earlier. It's not. Character creation isn't a whole new system. It's just instead of a background, you pick one of the guilds.
Right, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is it's not like another plane of existence from
Oh.
Faerun or whatever. It's its own standalone world.
Well,
Like you would-
technically, I think they're all connected in some way, shape, or fashion, or form. But yeah,
But for the most part, you would play D&D in Ravnica.
right.
You're real quiet, bro. Are you reading something? I thought you'd be more excited.
He may be watching the video.
That's true.
Did you have a chance to watch the video I posted for you, Hind?
Which one is that?
The planes one. I know you were saying that you were having
Oh.
trouble wrapping your mind around the way the planes work.
No, I didn't. And that was
That's okay.
that was more me playing the character Hind than
Oh, okay.
me not actually getting it.
Okay.
Appreciate it though. Yeah, because I mean
Sure.
Hind doesn't understand magic. Of course he doesn't understand transdimensional travel.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
He's not an idiot, he's just practical.
He's just a farm
Very
kid.
very practical. Yep, he's definitely watching the video. He muted us. Shut up! I'm trying to watch this.
I imagine he's sitting there just going, "No way,
No way.
no way."
That's exactly what he would say too. Yep.
I know.
No way. No way.
While
No way.
while unwrapping all of the individually wrapped items in his house.
He's got us muted so he can go no way, and he's got himself muted so he can open his Christmas presents. I mean, his chips. We got to get started here soon. We're all here, right?
I'm here.
Yeah,
think
but
we're just
he's
waiting
trying
on
to work on
Drex.
the sound. It's not just that guy's trying to get the sound going.
Oh man, that looks
No,
cool.
it's okay.
We're gonna do that, right?
Fuck yeah.
At some point, there's a lot of stuff that we want to do.
Yeah.
User disconnected from your channel.
Not user.
From what I understand, it's not... It doesn't have campaigns built into it. It's just
Yeah,
something you would use to make campaigns.
exactly.
Whatever. We could do that. Easy peasy. Pumpkin squeezy.
Damn it. Lemons are so much better.
I'm glad you two know something about it because I have absolutely no idea beyond just what's in the video.
Oh yeah. Magic has
I
a
have-
pretty cool
I was
universe.
telling him I have a fucking Boros deck. I have a deck from one of the guilds.
Oh my god, dude! So today at lunch, I went to lunch with my boss Bill, and he's like, "So you want to play some games today?" Because I was gonna come home for lunch and make a sandwich or whatever. But he's like, "It's about lunchtime. You wanna play some games today?" I was like, "Well, I was gonna go home for lunch, but if you want to play games, we should just go pick something up that's real close and quick." He's like, "Well, okay, we could do that." And I was like, "Alright." So we went to Wendy's and we came, or while we're on the way, he's like, "Yeah, so I built a white deck. It's kind of whatever, but I also built a dinosaur deck." And I was like, "Oh, really? That's interesting. I really don't know anything about dinosaurs except that
Those
one that
are-
we have.
Those are new, yeah.
That badass effect, you know, enrage or whatever it is."
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a pretty common effect for dinosaurs. And the more I'm looking at it, like, because we're playing, and he lost to Simic, but that's just because Simic came off extraordinarily well. I was really impressed.
Nice.
But yeah, so he's playing it, and he lost, and I was just seeing how it works, and I was like, "Oh, that looks really cool." He's like, "You want to play again?" And I'm like, "I'm down. Do you mind if I use your dinosaurs?" And he's like, "Yeah, right on." So he used his white deck? I don't even remember what it was. I was just too busy being fascinated by dinosaurs.
It came off pretty well, huh?
Dinosaurs are awesome.
Oh, dude, they're badass. Well, the dinosaurs from Magic are from a plane where the dinosaurs are all like feathered, like from the Aztec concept where the snakes have
From
feathers
that
and
version.
stuff. So all the dinosaurs are all colorful. And they have feathers all over, and
Which is supposedly how they actually were.
right.
They're
So
back and
it's-
forth on that, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it depends on the dinosaur too.
And the person you ask.
My point is they're really badass. And I'm thinking about a dinosaur deck now. Especially because I have that badass Polyraptor or whatever it is.
Yeah, we have some cards. You
Well,
definitely
I
have
have
to
that
buy
mythic
more.
rare one that when it takes damage, it duplicates.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was ridiculous. It's like
Dude,
looking
do
at its
you-
own reflection in the water.
Right, think about that though. Like, there are cards built in for that where you deal a damage to everything on the board. So you kill a bunch of your opponent's weak shit, and all your dinosaurs do crazy fucking bullshit.
That's true.
And like, he showed me a card today that you deal a damage to one of your creatures. It gets trample, and you draw a card. Like,
Oh fuck.
yeah, dude, I was like, what the fuck? It costs 2? That's bullshit. Like, for that exact reason, that stupid Polyraptor, you damage it, now you have 2. One of them has trample, and I get to draw a card. Yay!
We'll have to talk
Fucking
about that more
stupid.
later, but clock is ticking. Let's climb some mountains, I believe.
The talk is clicking.
Yes, it is.
I think Kai is still messing with his sound stuff.
Oh,
He just stepped away. He'll be back in a moment.
gotcha.
I see.
I gotta reread all my fighter shit here. Oh, so for all you that haven't played a fighter, I was finding the sorcerer to be the fighter of magic. Not fighter, but the battle master of magic. Because the battle master has all these moves. After I hit, I can do all this shit. And the sorcerer has similar things where it's like, after you cast a spell, use a sorcery point to tweak it in this way.
Kinda, yeah.
It's a very similar system.
Cool.
So yeah, definitely my favorite magic user. Well, I guess besides Paladin, because it's the best of both worlds. I get to hit shit, I get to be tough, and I get to cast spells, and I get to heal a little bit. So cool.
I'm such a pessimist. It is really cool, though.
You are indeed a pessimist. Why? Why were you going to say that?
Paladins suck because they have to follow their virtues.
On the virtues.
If you don't, you lose them.
There's ways.
I guess.
With the new Xanathar's guide, if you have to be something that isn't good, there's ways to work it out.
I wouldn't know. I just know they can be a little bit tough and strict. I guess that kind of depends on your DM. So
That's how it used to be. It's easier to work with now. It's not so much lawful stupid.
it's not so much about what. It's not so much about alignment anymore. It's about the way you portray your character. So, like, I remember looking into that and seeing like one of them is like where you're always vigilant about like law and nothing can ever outdo law, which basically you're like Galadriel, Damadred.
There is that, true, but even just with the basic bonds for Paladin in 5e, I saw one that was basically saying the ends justify the means, and that very much is
That's
not
fair.
lawful good.
Well, you don't have to be a lawful good. Like I said, it's not so much about alignment anymore as it is about the act.
So what's your point then? What do you not like about that?
It's a little bit guiding. Like, you can't just do whatever you're gonna do. You have to be like...
That's true. Whatever code you do pick, I mean, that's the whole point of the class. You take a
That's
bond,
what I'm
you take an
saying.
oath. Gotcha. Well, I like that aspect.
Okay,
I
then.
mean,
I
well,
don't. There you go.
It's true to a point with any character, right? You pick it up and they have their own abilities plus their own personality definitions.
I suppose.
It's true for everybody. It's just that with a paladin, it's also built into their mechanics.
What don't you like, Pax?
Don't worry about it. It's all good. Are you ready, Kai?
I don't know that I am. My head is having trouble thinking right now.
Is everything okay?
No, it's been a really stressful couple weeks. And then I haven't really been sleeping. Although tonight is slightly different. No. I also desperately need new glasses. My eyesight's gotten so bad that my head hurts.
Oh, yeah, that's bad. I know how that goes.
I feel bad now.
No, don't. I just feel like I'm letting you guys down, and I really don't want to do that.
Well,
Fuck.
I don't know what to say.
I mean, if you really think you're incapable of DMing, we could always play Borderlands or something. But
Right, I don't want to inconvenience you.
I mean,
No, God, no. It's nothing like that. I feel like I'm inconveniencing you.
Well, I want you to be aware, and I can't speak for everybody, but I can speak for myself when I say there is no inconvenience if you feel like shit.
yeah, is that the way you're leaning, Kai?
Well, so I don't think I can do a full game. I do have a scene in mind. I think I want to do.
I'd
Kinda,
be down
sorta.
for that. Do a scene, at least get a little bit out of our systems.
If you're comfortable with that,
Seth-
I don't want to do anything you're not comfortable with, though. I don't want you to
Seth
feel...
is away right now, so
Okay, well, when she gets back, she can pitch her opinion. But my opinion is I don't want you to feel obligated to do something to DM if you really are feeling as bad as I feel you feel. Because everything that you just said would be a day where I'm like, yep, fuck all this, I'm going to the bed. Go lie down and just make my head stop hurting.
okay. Seth's back. I guess she was. Sorry, be quiet, everyone. Be quiet.
Why are we whispering?
So we're on Skype, and she'd gone away for a little bit. And you know on Skype how like when you don't say anything, the microphone's like somebody must be saying something. I'll just keep cranking the volume till I can hear it.
It doesn't do that.
Yes, and so the first time he talks, it's like just blasting.
That is a very stupid. Wow. What? I was hearing you fine before.
And then
now
it
I need to
corrects.
crank the
It
volume.
corrects right away, but not until he says his first couple words.
Right. That is pretty lame. So Kai is not feeling well, so we're thinking maybe we'll do a scene or two that he has in mind and see how we feel after that.
Hopefully that's okay
Yeah.
with you.
Which is
Me,
sad.
I don't want Kai to play if he's sick, and he doesn't look very well. Sorry, Kai, not to say bad things about you.
No,
That's
see,
true.
I'm in the same boat. If you don't feel good, dude, I don't want you to feel obligated because right now, everything that you just said, the way you said it, it sounds like the only reason we're doing this is because you feel like
You have
you're
to.
He doesn't want to
disappointing
let us
us.
down.
Yes, and there's no disappointment, man. You don't feel good and you don't want to do this. It's completely okay.
I mean, a large part of why we all are here every week consistently, or when we can, is because we enjoy each other's company. And if you're not enjoying yourself, then, we don't want to force that on you.
Right.
No one's gonna have fun
No,
if it's at
it's
someone's
not-
expense.
You're not inconveniencing me. I'm not enjoying this. I'm trembling right now just from whatever's going on. So I mean, it's not.
Gotcha.
It's not that I don't want to do this. I desperately want to do this, but I'm having trouble even thinking. So
That's what I mean. That's what I meant by it, was that if you don't feel up to it, there we go. That's better.
Right on. So if you get to a point where you're just like me, where I'm like falling asleep because we're playing, like, don't be afraid to be like, and I'm just done, guys.
Just say my name real loud when you need me.
I may call it too if I see him get any worse than he is right now. Whether he calls it or not, I might, because he probably, I don't know.
Okay. Well,
I don't want to disrespect you, Kai. If you want to try it, we'll go ahead and try it, but don't bite off more than you can chew, please.
yeah, let's try your scene. I'm excited to see what you had in mind. At least to get one bite.
I don't think you should be. Hold on.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Ah, so the sadist comes tonight.
So my old computer, I screwed something up when I moved stuff over, so I couldn't get music or sound effects working again.
It's okay.
Kason, where are we?
Let's see. We made our way up to the Miklos Glacier at the spine of the world, trudging along in freezing weather. We came across a group of dwarves that were celebrating, carrying treasure away from a dragon's hoard. They told us that the dragon had not been seen in months, and it was named Glacial, the dragon that we killed almost 6 months ago. We spent the night with them, sharing stories, ale, and they pointed us in the direction of the Uldovelt Mead Hall. And as we camped out for the night in a glacial ravine, we were attacked by a burrowing Rimmerhaz that swallowed Heinrich whole and was forced to spit him back up before we struck it down.
Wow, I don't remember that.
We
That was
Ren
awesome.
Ren finally got off her turn to stone spell right before it swallowed me, and now we're like, oh shit, Heinz
Right?
gonna turn to stone.
Right?
Ah, yes, I remember
Remember,
that.
because like I was so excited, then I'm like, no!
That was a badass fight. It really was.
It was
That was
fantastic.
so long ago.
Speaking of, Saf, have you seen the mini that I made you?
No. No.
No.
I had to think
No.
about it. Like I
No.
don't know.
Let me
It's pretty
see.
cool.
I'll re-put it back up in Slack here. And again, I know that you pick your profile picture because you like it. It looks like the character. So if this doesn't capture what you imagine the character to be honest and tell me, and
I'll
I'll
let
keep
you know.
trying. Don't just use it because I put effort into it. Please.
Okay.
It will not hurt my feelings.
I know. I appreciate that.
Of course, of course. Okay, so here's the two versions up in Slack. All up in the Slack.
I've got some slack for you. No? No one's
Cut me
gonna
some slack,
follow
man.
through?
I can't pick up that Slack, man. I'm sorry.
Oh. Okay.
Got nothing. Maybe 2 in a row is enough. I
The
know
fuck slack.
we're used to 5 or 6, but
Oh.
So you guys are about where that elk is, then, right?
For a minute there, I wasn't sure that was an elk. I had to zoom in on it because I was
I
like.
thought it was a steak.
Oh.
Like the
It's
nose
just a
was
later
pointed.
form of elk.
Oh, I just got that. Nice, Kai. That was good. No, I really thought it was like an anti-vampire steak without the garlic. That was good.
Ah, fuck. I didn't even consider meat steak. I thought you were talking wooden steak.
I totally was. That was what I meant. I thought it was like a pointer of some kind.
I get it. Because it's a steak.
Pointer?
Pointy.
Yes. Oh my God. Now you're just reaching. Let the ball drop.
Can you send it to her in Slack again, please?
No, don't.
It's on Fangrounds, the channel. That's true. I could have just sent it to her.
She's caught back in time and can't find nothing.
I'm fine, and I'm here. This is all awesome except the ponytail. I cannot do the ponytail.
No. What's wrong with it? Does it not?
I can't
match
take
up
her
well?
seriously with the ponytail.
She has one in your picture, is why I put it there.
No. She doesn't have a ponytail. She just has her hair like the top half of it's pulled back, but the bottom half is down.
Oh, okay. So you want just flowing long hair then?
Yes.
Okay, I can do that.
Everything else looks really cool. I mean, I can see the top part of her breast, can I?
Yes.
Sorry, where's this again?
Wow.
Yes, there was a lot of custom work done in there.
She's established.
Including the cleavage?
well endowed.
Cleavage
Okay.
now included.
Cleavage sold.
Have you ever
separately.
played Conan?
Wow.
No.
Because
no, I
in
haven't.
Conan, your character can be completely naked and it is anatomically correct. And from the front view, it looks great. But like if you look down at yourself, you look down, you're like, why are my boobs square?
Oh God.
But that was like back. I mean, that was like a year ago.
Wow.
I'm sure it's better now. But
It was. You mean the Barbarian Exiles thing on Steam?
yeah,
Oh, okay. A bunch of my friends played that, but I never tried it. But yeah, they were all running
it's
around
probably
naked
better
too.
now. Yeah, right. I didn't really like. I didn't run around naked because I played like role playing. So I mean, you have to have some respect, or people won't respect you. You run around naked, no one's gonna take you seriously. But there was more than once where there was an occasion where I ended up naked. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm trying to sneak back to where my clothes are without being seen. Yeah.
Okay, so keep the hair color, but give you more flowing hair. Got it. Cool.
I don't know how hard of a I have no idea what I've just asked for. I have
Well,
no
actually,
idea how difficult that is.
the face, most of the body, and the hair are all from different things. I stitched it all together
Oh
by
wow.
hand. So yeah, it's all in layers on a Photoshop thing. It won't be too hard to chop some other figure's hair off and throw it on there. See how it looks.
Kind of like
Oh, very
Centipede
good.
then.
Like
Human Centipede.
not at all.
Ew.
It's all
Yikes.
stitched
That's
together.
disgusting.
That's more like Frankenstein. Come on,
I know
Kai,
that
get
we've
your shit
played.
together.
I'll
was
be
a-
back in 30 seconds.
Shitty joke.
Wow.
Or
Does it
like
never
Kazin
end?
says, it gave me a shit-eating grin. Yikes.
There's
I
a
really hope
Top
that's
Gear.
the bottom of these jokes.
Oh my god. Top Gear had a thing. Have you ever watched that?
Top Gear had a what?
So there was some like a Bugatti or something like that. It was some like super rare thing, and the name of it was spelled with a V. All right, but it was pronounced with a B. Okay. So they were doing all sorts of stuff like it's a V12 and they're like, don't you mean B12? And there's like it could do so many something rather blah 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 blah. And at the end of it, they said there's only two things wrong with it. The first thing is that there's only 20 of them being made, and only one of them is going to come to Britain. But the other problem is that it's going to cost 800,000 pounds. But if you're spending that much on a car, at least you're going to end up with a lot of badge. And the guy's like, badge?
Oh!
Wow.
He looks at the camera and he's like, I think we got away with that one.
Are we censored? We're not censored? Okay, we're good. That's pretty great.
Wow. That's awesome. At least you'll get a lot of badge. A lot of badge? Yep.
Yes, indeed. You're putting on what I'm taking off, picking up what I'm putting down,
Smelling what I'm stepping in.
eating what I'm cooking.
Kai, before we get
I don't
started,
have anything else.
I just noticed, did we get a full long rest?
Maybe.
Because I see everybody's hurt except me.
No, Ren's hurt a little bit. So that's Kemmler. Oh, yeah, that's what you just said. Never mind. Everyone was sleeping and you just stabbed them while they slept.
Heinz beat to shit.
You did get swallowed by a Rimmer Haas,
I did.
which, by the way, thoroughly amused Ollie.
That was pretty badass. I thought it was a steak. Oh, that comes after the elk. That was great.
Elks aren't made out of wood.
Honestly, it took me several seconds to figure that out.
I am back.
Hey,
Or even better. Surely you mean an elm.
ah,
An elm.
oh, you're right. Now that I look closer, it's not a ponytail. It's just suspiciously well gathered hair.
Yes. Like, do you see how it could be like a half ponytail, like the top part is pulled back?
Yeah, I see that.
And that's hot.
It's incredibly messy, but also sticks together really well at the same time. And yeah, that is it's doing it. It's doing it.
You two need some time alone.
I can wait.
It's more the eyes. It's more the
I was
eyes.
trying to figure it out. What
Yeah,
nationality
she does
is
have
that?
fantastic eyes.
And
Is
the
that
jawline.
face? What is the ancestrage and whatever the fuck?
Like Finnish or Scandinavian or something.
It's mostly white though, right? It's not Oriental at all.
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, I wondered if there might have been a touch
Excuse
there
me,
somewhere.
is Caucasian, sir?
Caucasian, what?
That is what I said.
I have seen a lot of people who are, let's say, a quarter Asian, who look fucking white.
I know what you mean. I work with a guy named Ben. He's Japanese. He doesn't look Asian.
You mean
Just
Ben?
looks like... No.
Anyways,
Oh,
we're all here.
man.
Let's fucking do something here.
Yeah, what's going on? Bananas? My God, I'm Gimler.
So... It's early morning. What do you do?
The night after the fight.
After a long rest, yes.
So we finished fighting the worm thing that we turned to stone, and then we took a rest.
Looks like it.
Which direction do you want to go?
Yeah, I'll stand up, grab my shit. Well, what are options? Straight north?
Well, we can either go to Glassheel's lair and see if there's anything left over, which
No.
I doubt there is,
Pass, hard pass.
or we go to the mead hall.
I am gonna have to say no on the shitbag dragons. Old home. But when you
Yeah.
say mead hall, I'm definitely in. Oh wait, giant mead
I tend
hall.
to agree. Yeah, it is. It does belong to giants.
Gonna need a booster seat.
They might actually have ale tankards that would fit my size. I'm pretty excited.
It does occur to me, Glassheel's lair may be emptied, but Lenithon's may not be. Just for later.
Benethon?
Yeah,
Lenithon was the blue dragon we killed.
where's his lair?
Don't know. We'll find it though.
Oh.
All
Okay,
right,
well,
well.
we'll put a pin in that one, I guess.
I don't think we should lose sight of what we're trying to accomplish. We really need to
That's
find
true.
the giant's castle.
Well, Dwarf said it was northeast of here, so
Yeah, if we can keep to that sort of path. I mean, we do have to get down the far side of this mountain.
Not opposed to the mead hall, of course.
we were told we were looking for a frost giant named Brundvel, I think.
To
Was
the
up
northeast,
and
you do
they-
see kind of like storm cloud kind of things. Just a basic darkening of the sky kind of thing.
That
So this is
doesn't look
morning.
friendly.
And to the north is storm clouds.
Northeast, yeah.
Can anyone tell what direction those clouds are going?
I'm just gonna take a shot in the dark here and guess they are always there. Aren't we headed for storm giants?
Supposedly Brundvel's a frost giant. I mean, Blagothkus is a cloud giant as far as I know. I don't know giants, but, whatever.
Well, I mean, it's
Aye.
already deathly cold. How much worse could it get? Let's keep going.
Oh, Hind. It can get cold.
So which direction you setting off on?
To the
Northeast.
northeast?
Yeah, once we
Okay.
get down off the mountain there.
Oh man, all this has got to look great. Kemmler probably looks kind of like a Dalek.
Like crested over with snow.
I have
Yep.
never heard that word before.
I was just gonna ask.
Really?
What's a Dalek?
What's the matter with you people?
I
I'm
feel like
glad
you're gonna tell
somebody
me
knows.
and I'll remember, but I
Doctor Who?
okay.
The trash cans?
I've never watched it, but yeah, I do know that now.
You shouldn't have to watch it. It's so popular, it's everywhere. Ridiculous.
They're the villainous robots from the Doctor Who TV shows, half.
Yes.
Ah. Yeah, I've never watched that.
Exterminate! Exterminate!
They look like trash cans, apparently.
Kinda. With a bunch of bubbles on them. Bubbled trash can, it's funny. And yet, super duper dangerous and deadly.
I like Jane Game there.
So, gentlemen, what's our decision?
I just have sticks. It just happens to look kind of like that.
Yeah, we're just gonna
I'll-
northeast
yeah.
as much as we can.
Yeah. Ollie starts marching northeast.
So, as you guys get down the hill, the mountain, basically, you notice the storm clouds keep kind of rolling closer and closer. And even though it's kind of early morning, the sun is there's like a red tinge to it, even as the sun gets higher, and you can't really see past the clouds. It's much darker than you would imagine it being.
I'm not sure I like the look of it.
A red tinge?
Yeah, but only kind of like on the horizon.
As if we're looking through smoke?
You kind of get the sense of a little bit of that.
Pretty colors. I don't know what it means.
So everybody roll me a survival check.
Survival.
Fuck.
We can do it, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. I've been watching Downton Abbey. Don't judge me, it's an awesome show. But I can't find my accent because I've been watching down. I mean, it's a completely different English accent.
Okay.
So I'm so totally screwed right now. My accent was lacking as it was. So you guys will just forgive me today.
However you like.
Could you promise to only speak like that from now on?
I think you've missed it. Drax has been amazing with like completely different voices, literally every sentence he speaks, and it's been amazing.
That's true.
Right. You haven't
I
been
am
part
sorry,
of
I
any
missed
of
it.
the one shots.
He's got a bard that the bard's whole thing is just every time he talks to a new person, he's got a whole different voice. And sometimes
Nice.
forgets the voice halfway through the conversation. It just has a completely different one.
Nice.
I will not be shy.
different voice for the rest of the time.
The first time he did that, the first couple of times he did that, I was like, what the hell's going on? It threw
You
me so
really
bad.
need a character with multiple personalities.
That's basically
That's
what
kinda
that
what my
bard
bard
is.
was.
That's basically...
Every time we meet someone else, well, how are you doing, good sir? And then Hind, or I guess it was Drake. Damn
Yeah.
it, you're making fun of me again, aren't you?
When we met, I talked first, and I had an upright, pompous British accent, and we meet the bard, and he's got the same accent. And after like 30 minutes of gameplay, finally my character turns to him, "Are you making fun of me?" No, why no, I am not making fun of you. I really think you are making fun of me. That was pretty great.
Sounds like nothing but fun.
It was. It was a lot of butt fun.
Indeed. Now I'm really sorry I missed it.
So, Ollie,
Anyway.
you notice after about an hour or so that Hind has kind of veered off course. Because by now the clouds aren't just from the east; they're just kind of like as far as the horizon can see. And you've noticed that everyone's kind of been following Hind, and you guys are a little off course now. But you're not quite sure how.
Okay, I'm just gonna shout at him as loud as I can. It's this way!
Huh? What?
You guys
do
are
you
getting headed the wrong way.
I'm walking forward. I don't know what more you
Yeah.
want from me.
You're walking forward in the wrong direction, though.
Oh,
Is
okay.
it like actively snowing right now?
It's not snowing. There is a slightly warmer wind that seems to be driving against you, but there's no snow.
Is it a heavy wind or just like a light? Ruffling
It's
our
very
hair.
light.
When you
Okay.
say that the clouds seem to be
The fuck was that?
along the whole horizon, do you mean like in front of us and behind us?
No, just
in front of us.
you. Yeah. Moving that guy just freaked me out, by the way.
Sorry, that was me.
I
It
was
It
grinning.
was a mistake.
No, I threw Hind off the map.
Oh, I missed that.
Like I was
You
reading
forgot his
something and I
cock.
just cut. Fuck. Just cut the movement out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, "What the fuck's the movement on my
I
screen?"
know. I was grinning quietly. So am I able to acknowledge that we're in the wrong direction, or am I still confident that I'm going the right way?
I don't know. Are you?
If there's no
Ren and
other-
Kemmler thinks you were going the right way. You have some questions though.
Well,
Uh,
I mean, we have a long way to go, I guess. Help me out, Ollie. Come on up here.
Nope. He just keeps walking the same direction he's
I'm
going.
going to follow whoever has the compass. Who might that be?
Were we supposed to bring a compass?
Ollie seems pretty confident in the direction he's going.
Well, we'll follow him, I guess.
At this point, Ollie's
all
like
right.
30 feet in front. He just keep going.
I think we all try to catch up with Ollie.
30 halfling feet, so it's not that far.
Oh yeah, it's
So
like
15 feet.
15. Yeah.
Hence the word half.
Wow. So about another hour or so passes, And now clouds seem to be kind of moving, and they're moving at you much faster than you've imagined clouds moving. You can also start to kind of smell a little bit of a burning smell.
I don't know what's going on at the mead hall, but this does not seem good.
That doesn't look like any storm I've ever seen.
Aye,
I'm
it
not
is
sure what to make
smoke.
of it.
That pinkish orange haze on the horizon is a sign of the smoke, and the smell is confirming it.
Alright, sorry, I'm back.
Come back.
We're just confirming that there's a fire, or something's burning, or something, because it smells heavily of smoke. Does it
Do you see
smell of
anything-
like fire or of wood, or is it like smoke, or?
It's just a tinge of smoke at this point.
Oh, okay. All right, can't smell it heavily yet, but
If there is like active smoke in the air, especially with the Neverwinter experience of the volcano, I'm gonna wet a cloth and put it across my face and recommend that everybody do the same so it doesn't affect your breathing.
It's freezing though.
Just around your mouth, just to keep the smoke
It
out.
instantly freezes,
It freezes to your
Sahai's
face.
mouth, and he doesn't seem to notice it. He like takes his hand away and it just sticks there as he tries to like help you with yours.
See, no hands.
he just holds this frostbite on a cloth out towards your face.
Yeah, no! Get it away from me!
I think I'll leave mine dry.
Just shrug. Okay. Or it's more like,
Aye.
oh, okay.
I'll heal your face here later, Hind. Don't
Okay.
worry about it.
Does it bother anyone that there aren't any trees? Don't you wonder what's burning?
That's a good point.
I don't know. I'm wondering if the orcs have found the mead hall or something. I don't know.
Man,
Very realistic. Don't breathe in so much smoke, man.
I'm trying.
Wow, he is
Fine.
immersed.
So there's something caught in my throat is my problem.
Nuck, nuck, nuck.
Like, food-wise?
I would hope so. It's clearly not a cock I'm talking to you.
Kai, are we still too far out that the spyglass wouldn't be of any use?
I don't know. Why don't you try it?
I'm gonna try it then. I take out the spyglass that I bought and try to see if I can see what's ahead of us.
Oh my. Spyglass. What do you
Can
spy
you
with your little
see-
halfling eye?
You'd be surprised what this thing cost.
I think I would. How many slides of glass do you have got in that little tube?
Eh?
It's probably shaped glass.
Ollie just
So,
looks at
yeah.
it kind of funny and he's like, I don't know, but it cost about 1,000 gold pieces.
Holy shit.
Sounds about right.
That's a lot of money.
You can't just shove glass in a tube and make a spyglass, Hind. It doesn't work that way. The glass has got to be curved, shaped, placed just so, and you'll get the right view.
I'm
Otherwise,
gonna
it comes out
steal
blurry.
Kason real quick.
Sure.
User left
Oh,
your
okay.
Au revoir.
User left your channel.
Oh, Dios. Did you see the post I put up, Drax, on Facebook with the spiders?
No?
It's like, what if the coins you find randomly at the bottom of drawers and in between couch cushions are actually from spiders trying to pay rent?
Oh, man.
That's adorable.
I posted, explains why I don't find coins anymore.
Oh,
A chick from I know from high school is like, because you didn't make your spiders sign a lease? And I said, no, because I murdered all of them. No mercy, no refunds.
I never kill spiders. Ever.
I feel bad now.
I kill some because I have a lot, but
Well, and I don't have a ton, but if I find a spider, I introduce him to his new home in one of the corners. Because I don't like bugs. And they kill bugs.
spiders kill bugs. Exactly.
Now, all my windows are screened and whatnot, but still, if there's a spider, he's my friend. But I live in a place that doesn't have poisonous ones, so there's not a lot of poisonous spiders indigenous to Colorado, but you guys got a couple there.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, apparently where I live, there's actually tarantulas and shit, but I haven't seen any yet.
Tarantulas
I've never
won't hurt
seen
you.
one over there. No, they won't. They're cute.
We get them in Oklahoma too. We'll just pick them right up.
We
Take 'em
do,
home as
however,
pets.
get black widows.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's because so many fucking Texans come and visit you. They bring them up with them.
Well, we have black widows here at my house sometimes, so.
Fucking awful. God, I'll never forget the first time I went over and hung out at your place, and we went into your kitchen, and you had laundry out on the table that was clean and folded, and your mom was about to put it away, and a fucking spider just crawls across one of the piles of clothing. And I was like, the fact that is clean clothes someone just put on that table, and there is already a fucking big ass spider climbing across it. I could not do this. I could not live here. Fuck no. Fuck
Yep.
no. Or when I went
There's
to
a
visit
lot
mom.
of brown recluses at my mom's place. I don't like those.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like when I went to visit mom in Kansas a few months ago, and I literally hadn't seen a spider for months in Colorado at all, anywhere. And then I go and visit her, and I walk into
User
her
joined
back
your
door,
channel.
and within 5 minutes, I had seen 3 inside her house. I stepped on one
Oh,
on
man.
accident walking across the living room. I was like,
Oh,
wow,
gosh. Ew.
this is nuts.
Oh man, you climbed into bed every night just terrified.
Oh, yeah. Yep. That
You
and
pull the
ticks.
sheets back, don't you?
The fucking
I can't
ticks.
handle ticks. I cannot handle ticks.
Me neither. Oh, my God.
Guys, I don't know how to describe this, but there's something I think maybe coming this way.
What?
Something.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
It's moving fast.
Pull my sword and shield.
Draw my hammer and my shield?
I call for my shadow's breath, and my sword appears.
How far out is it? What is it? Can I see it?
I
What
don't
do you
know.
sense?
There's a lot of lights. There's a lot of smoke. There's a lot of. It's I don't know.
You must suspect something.
Can I look and see if I can see what he saw as it's coming towards us? See what I see as I look to see?
That's great.
That's awesome.
Oh, my roommate Cody just talks about this constantly. He's like, you sleep on the floor. You eat so many spiders every day. I'm like, bullshit. The average person eats 5 spiders a year. That means someone else is eating 10 because I eat 0 spiders a year.
Would it make you happier to know that was a myth?
I goddamn hope so.
It is a myth.
Good.
Heinrich, actually, everybody give me a history check with disadvantage.
That
Is
is
proficient, surprisingly.
Funny. Okay, what did you say? I'm sorry.
History check with disadvantage.
Oh, I'm sorry. With disadvantage. So 12.
God damn. Yes, dis button first, and then yeah.
5!
Do you want me to roll it again too, or did mine already count?
Yeah, that's correct. No, yeah, yours is already correct. You know what you saw.
Okay.
I have to close everything in the living
Yes,
room.
that's correct. So it rolled 2 dice, and then it picked the lower. So you had a 10 and a 12. It dropped the 12, and then kept you the 10.
Random bloody nose.
So Ren, in your experience, The clouds you're seeing seem to you to be almost like a migration of birds kind of thing.
Oh shit.
But the scale seems wrong.
Whoa, holy crap, guys. Hold on, I need to go take my fan out of my window because it's raining really, really
Oh, okay.
hard.
You hear that?
Ah!
Yeah.
Don't fall.
So can you tell me again?
So, you've seen like geese in migration?
Yes, they fly in a V pattern.
Okay, well imagine
And
the
they
entire
switch.
sky like that.
Like filled with millions of geese? What do you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
But bigger than geese.
But bigger. Like dragons?
Oh
Oh.
god, now that you said that.
Until I said it, I didn't even realize.
Oh shit, what? Like dragons? Fuck no, of course. Oh shit, it's
Ollie
probably
just-
dragons.
As soon as she said that out loud, Ollie just felt a sudden warmth and then freezing cold again.
Well, there was the whole thing with the dragon that hasn't been seen for a little while.
I think we might be in trouble.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's trouble.
do
Definitely
I
trouble.
see it?
As you start to talk about it, it does seem to be as if this is a like solid wall of dragon bellies kind of flying.
Everybody
need to
get
find
down!
shelter.
Cover yourselves! Take
Is there
cover!
shelter around? Do you see
Ollie.
any place?
Ollie's just now his eyes still stuck to that spyglass, and his jaws just hanging open. And he just oh
Hein
God.
tackles Ollie to the snow and tries to cover us with snow as much as he can.
I look around everywhere around me. Is there any shelter or cover, cave?
You're in an
Ravine,
Arctic
anything?
tundra.
So it's just flat snow for miles.
Yep.
How packed is the snow beneath me?
Jesus Christ.
That is is your window being knocked in?
Is that better?
Fighting back the
Every
the rain.
raindrop individually wrapped?
guys, guys, this is going to be really, really weird, but I've got an idea. I'm going to cast Major Image and have it look like just a normal snowdrift over us, and just where I can poke the spyglass out just enough so that it's hiding us, and I can still see out.
Nice.
Oh, it's
Is it
gonna see
something
that glint.
would that work?
Let's hope this works.
Oh, I would really hope so. And I just lie down.
The spyglass
Oh,
isn't
okay.
necessary, Ollie.
You sure?
Yes, come on.
I put it away.
How long does that spell last?
10 minutes.
We're screwed. We have 10 minutes to come up with something else.
How do you spend that 10 minutes?
I'm
Dig.
looking.
Bury
I look at you
myself.
guys and I go, you know, realistically, I can take us back to the bridge. Stone Bridge.
I can turn two of us invisible for an hour.
I can't.
We should try to hide ourselves as best as we can under the snow.
How do you do
I
that?
agree.
Yeah, so I'll use my shields, and I'm sure Kemmler will back me up, and we want to create shelters under the snow. What would that be?
Is the
Survival?
snow super duper deep?
So
Stealth.
Kemmler is going. Hydra will give advantage to Kemmler.
Okay.
This is your thing, Kemmler. I mean, you're from the snowy mountains.
Tunneling through the snow.
Literally have no skills. I'm so used to like looking at Ollie, where like everything is proficiency and then some. You've
He
got
could
like
give
4 skills.
me advantage. I've got decent stealth and survival.
That's the power of the bard, baby.
All I can do is cast darkness for 10 minutes.
This big black globe in the
Cone.
middle of the one.
Right? We don't know what's in there, but it's dark. We ain't going to
You
try.
can't see me.
Okay. So
Holy
yeah,
shit! Whoa!
give me a survival check with advantage.
It's the super powerful mage equivalent of holding your hands over your face.
Exactly.
There we go.
Oh, it's hailing.
That would make sense.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
I can barely see across the street.
It's not that bad.
Okay. Damn, Ollie.
Damn!
Why
The water's like 4
So-
feet out into the water, or into the street.
Huh?
The water's like 4 feet out into the street. That's crazy. Okay.
Do I?
Out of nowhere.
It's
It's
gonna be
hot
okay.
today. Yeah, it's fine. We're good.
So Ollie didn't roll. Ollie did the major image to buy you guys 10 minutes of time.
Okay.
Basically putting up, we're just ground. And then Heinrich and Kepler did their best to kind of dig down into the snow to kind of get yourselves under there. Like you're doing just like a tunnel or just like a foxhole kind of thing, or
Yeah, several foxholes.
really, I mean, your shield, you could probably just like leave snow on it and kind of use that as a, an opening
Yeah,
sort of thing.
that's how I would cover the entrance to one of them at least.
Some damn fine good thinking, gentlemen and lady. Okay, well, so, yeah, everybody roll me a stealth check.
Oh god. Uh-oh.
I think I'll be alright here.
20 and a 2. Son of a bitch.
Fuck.
Man, I felt mine was bad.
Oh, it's not that bad. We'll be okay.
It's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
Yikes.
We can't hide. We're screwed.
So, within the 10 minutes, you guys managed to get to your little, foxhole all done. By the time the spell drops, you're fairly confident that you just look like kind of disturbed snow. And so, Ollie, you are still looking up through like a little bit of the hole with your eyeglass?
No, I'm going to take your advice and I'm going to put the spyglass away, but I am poking my head out like an idiot.
I
Okay.
grab him. I'd pull him in. But he...
Well-
While we're sitting there, I'm gonna mention, wow, I forgot about our tracks.
yeah, I mean, what can we do?
Well, we're
We can hope they're not looking.
That was a great moment, by the way. Why? Big geese? What are they? Dragons? Oh shit, they're dragons.
That really was awesome.
That was perfect.
Sorry
If
for
I
being
was
so
dealing
slow.
with the rain, it would have been a lot better.
No, we were. At least I was right there with you. I was like, big birds. Okay, what are they? Dragons? Oh,
Geese, but bigger.
yes, of
Like
course they're fucking
dragons?
dragons. I didn't get to it till you said it out loud.
Until the words came out of my mouth, I wasn't suspecting it either.
Right, exactly. It's like, wow, that sounded a lot dumber in my head, but now that it's out loud, we done fucked up. Or we're going in the right direction.
Well, if there's that many dragons, I think we know what happened to the Cloud Castle, maybe.
So,
Oh yeah.
time slowly passes. You see the mass of whatever's coming at you come closer, and as it comes closer, you can start to like make out individual shapes of dragons, and they're all the different the evil colors, and now you're starting to see the sun has gotten high enough that it's not really glinting. It's kind of peeking through every once in a while as one of them kind of shifts and turns to either side. So you get little glints off their scales like that. You do still see like a kind of an orangish sort of, little dots from their underbellies, kind of being reflected off from what's in the distance. And right now it's like their movement is pushing along just like this, wave of the darker smoke. And it's starting to get a little hazy.
Do I have any idea how many there are?
I mean, at least hundreds, if not more.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Ollie's just looking up. I didn't even know there were that many dragons alive.
This is...
So, Ollie, you notice 2 or 3 of them seem to kind of peel off. One of them peels off as they go over you, and you kind of lose sight behind you. Did you want to try and turn to keep your eyes on them, or?
Yeah, I absolutely want to keep my eyes on them, and if
As we're doing this, I'm just as far in, just trying not to be seen in my little hidey hole, just like holding my amulet, just praying to Moradin.
I'm next to him going,
I am going to
Ollie,
cast
invisibility. Yes!
I'm going to cast invisibility on me as I'm looking around. I want to keep a very close eye on what's going on.
Okay. As you do that, you feel a cold go down your spine as like snow kind of falls down behind you, and you kind of feel it's both cold air, but then there's also like a little tinge of warmth to it too. And you see the dragon you were trying to keep your eyes on kind of spiraling back. It's beyond where you were, so it's back along where you guys had been walking. But then as you're kind of following it with your eyes, you see another 2 or 3 more drop down, and you actually, all of you, feel like this great thud as it lands, not necessarily close to you, but between the 2.
Oh,
I think
shit.
they may be investigating our tracks.
Dig! Is the snow deep enough that we can, like, make a small tunnel to keep moving?
Hold on a second. Staff off comms real quick.
Oh my
So,
god.
Hein, you do notice that even though you can't see Ollie, there is now a hole kind of where his head was.
Uh-huh.
I am having flashbacks back to the first time we saw Venom Fang right now, guys.
Ollie, get back here.
Huh? I head back.
We maybe,
Oh, that was no good. Now there's a huge hole opening.
I take a couple steps in front of everybody and I tap the roof of the hole we're in, trying to collapse the entrance of snow.
What? Why? What are you doing?
Okay, so let me just make sure I'm on the same. I had, because you guys only had 10 minutes to do this, so I thought you just did like a single hole down, and then you've got like, you know, the shields in the middle, and then you've got as much frozen snow as you could around the corners, leaving a little hole up, right?
Yeah, I mean, but there's 4 of us. Like it's I'd say maybe.
Like I've got the image like everyone's kind of like sitting down, knees to their chest, and that's like as much space as you guys have.
Oh
really.
no, I imagine like maybe 8 feet in like down at an angle.
That's why I'm asking how deep the snow is.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like we would have dug and dug and dug and dug and dug. We wouldn't just
Pour it all over that
get
mess.
under an overhang and quit.
You're
Which
pretty
one?
damn big heroes, so sure, okay.
Ollie is really glad he's invisible right now because he's probably never looked more scared in his life.
So yeah, to describe the scene that's in my head, we've got an 8-foot deep hole to where like at the back of it, it's kind of dark, and I took a couple steps towards the entrance and I hit the ceiling with my shield to like make the entrance collapse so that they can't see the hole we dug.
Okay.
So that we're in darkness.
So, Saf, it's kind of like a Minecraft staircase that you dug here.
Like a Minecraft staircase?
Well, yeah, kind of like 8 foot down diagonal. So it's not like a shallow little thing where you guys are all just kind of sitting under the shell or the shield.
It's the beginnings of a
either
legit
way,
tunnel.
At the top, Ollie turned. Baroque opened some of the looser snow and kind of made a little bit of a hole. He is now moved out of it, you think, because he's invisible. And then Hein has kind of collapsed a little bit more of it. So there's now like kind of a divot in the otherwise smooth but still rough terrain. There is 1 dragon that has landed back the way you came, and there's 2 more dragons that have landed the way they were coming from. Oh, you're heading.
What color are these dragons?
You're not sure. You said you were way in back, right?
I said what?
Didn't you? Didn't you say you were in back?
I didn't say anything. I said I am
No,
back
okay.
because I left and came back, but I whatever.
You,
I don't know.
You missed
if I
the
can't
secret
see.
goal that I made, so
Okay.
that's why I had you in the back. So yeah, you are
Oh, okay.
kind of
Happy to be in the back, and if I can't see anything, that's okay.
We would have made it aware that we're hiding from chromatic dragons.
A lot of them.
Hundreds of them.
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I follow Kemmler's lead, and we try to dig away once we see them land and they're investigating our path.
Okay. And where's all the snow going?
Packing to the sides and the bottom as we dig. I'm imagining fairly loose snow, or is this like a ski slope?
I've not been on many tundras.
Me neither.
Guys, I can do major image one more time and it will only last 10 minutes. If it would help, let me know.
Jesus.
As we're sitting there, I'm just like, I'm thinking maybe we should go back to Stonebridge still.
We can always do that. Let's see if we can ride this out.
I just had the imagine of Ollie standing on top of all you guys and like a dragon in a trench coat kind of thing. we too are an adult dragon, just like you are.
Wow.
Just all of us stacked up in a trench coat.
You go ahead and
on
take
top.
off. We'll catch up.
Yeah, we
totally
already
do that.
ate
Who
the
speaks
dwarf, the
Draconic?
halfling, and the 2 humans. Don't worry about it.
When we say we mean the royal we. No, not disrespecting Matt.
Foot in mouth.
That's
foot
how
in
you all
mouth.
die.
Talons in mouth.
Okay, so now that the landed, are you guys going to do any heroics?
Fuck
Are
no.
you insane?
Not even Hind.
I could make it look like there was a couple of orcs out there or anything. I don't know what to do.
I don't either.
That's not a bad idea.
Except to run.
Yeah,
I can
but I'm
cast a minor illusion for 1 minute.
I'm full blown just steam blowing through the snow underneath, trying to dig us away at least.
Can I see the dragon from where I am, or just heard it and felt it?
You saw the one circling and land, and then you heard the 2 land.
Do I know what color the one that I saw?
Blue.
Blue. There's at least one blue one. There's 2 more. I don't know what color they are.
And as you guys are digging, like the sides are kind of shaking a little bit as you hear. You really feel more than anything. Paw prints, not prints. Paw falls, claw falls, talon falls.
Foot falls.
As the dragons come closer. Is it a dragon foot? I guess it would be.
When they get close enough, I'm gonna stop digging so I quit making noise.
I lean over to Ollie. Make an illusion of us somewhere out there to see what their intent.
What do you mean what their intent is? They're gonna fucking kill us!
I think we can guess their intent.
And perhaps we should go.
How long
You
does it
should be
take to
ready.
get you out for you to get us out of here?
I'm gonna make an illusion of one of those rimmer houses that we saw the night before, and have it going along the tracks that we were, and dig down, going away from us.
Ah.
Okay.
While he does that, I'm asking Kemmler how long does it take him to cast whatever his magic bibbidi boppity that is that gets us out of here.
Shit.
Huh?
Where the hell is Word of Recall? Oh, here we go. It takes but a moment, Hind.
Okay, then just have your finger on the trigger, but not yet.
Oh, this is
Wow, that is
dangerous.
fast.
What's a trigger?
Damn, dude.
I don't know.
One action? Instantaneous? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I know, right? I thought that would have been a lot longer.
It's the
Oh,
ultimate
it's-
get out of jail.
That's
or
what she said.
It's pretty
GTFO.
badass.
Okay. So Ollie, you, how are you going to cast the spell? Are you going to like climb back up through the snow that's fallen, or?
Can I see through the hole that I made earlier?
That hole has been filled in slightly by the jostling of the shield. So above you, it's all basically in darkness.
Can I? Is there anywhere that I can see out of right now at all, or would someone have to hold me up, or what?
I'll lift you up.
Okay. Give me a strength check, Kemmler.
Strength.
Give me a wisdom saving throw, Ollie.
Ha
Can't even lift a halfling. Oh no. Oh no. No bueno, sirs.
There's more than 100 dragons flying above us.
So Kemmler tries to lift Ollie, and he kind of gets him up, but he's grabbing more like on the his thighs instead of like around his waist. So as he lifts him up a little bit, Ollie kind of falls backwards, kind of leans backwards, and actually kind of like the middle of his back hits the top of Kemmler's helmet, which is good because where your head would have been, there is now a white dragon claw that is pierced through the snow. That is exactly the sound you make with your almost failed wisdom save. You do manage to keep yourself quiet, though.
Oh my god. We just added a little brown to my color palette.
Oh dear.
The toe seems to, the tail end seems to shift a little bit and then move on. And the roof that had been left there sags a little bit, crumbles down a little bit, and you have like 2 or 3 little spots where you can see through, and you see the rest of this white dragon body moving over the hole that you guys had dug.
I feel like we're in the Arctic version of Jurassic Park.
Ollie reaches over and just puts his hand over Hein's mouth.
Obviously, I don't say that in character.
This is fantastic. Kemmler's just sitting there with Ollie just like leaning backwards on his head as he reaches over to try and muzzle Heinrich.
This is just like that one.
Ren, what are you doing during all this?
I am behind all of them, crouched down with both my hands over my mouth, trying not to scream, just like
Screaming with her eyes.
like eyes wide, just like trying to be like. She doesn't have a lot of dragon experience here, so.
True. I mean, I'm shitting
Now is the
myself.
time to get some.
I will openly admit I am actually shaking in real life right now.
That is
Yeah,
fucking
you killed
terrifying.
a dragon. Man up.
Not dozens, hundreds.
So you guys kind of stand still here a little bit, not even moving, as you kind of listen to the feet walk away a little bit. Through the holes that were pointing up, you start to see more light kind of come in through them. And it's still a little bit tinged with the red, but now kind of like the daylight kind of seems to come through until Ren finally
Can I
sees
get
actually.
under the hole?
You guys are, you've kind of climbed up a little bit, so you would have been a halfling distance away from the hole.
Can we move away so that if something were to look through, they couldn't see us?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
So eventually you start to kind of see like the God Ray effect coming through. So now it looks like it is daylight coming through those, rather than the dimmer light that had happened when the dragons were passing.
So there's so much fucking power from those dragons. They were creating like a smog effect passively as they were flying over us.
There's
No.
just that many of them.
That's fucking crazy.
I
They
see the
burned
light.
down the
Is it
giant.
perhaps they're not there anymore?
Give it a moment. Just give it a moment.
I say we give it
Yes.
like a day or 5.
Do you guys want to take a short rest?
Yes. If only for the first time ever, if only for the time that would pass, rather than for the benefits.
Okay. So after about a short rest worth of time, you haven't noticed any difference to the light other than the angle as the sun kind of rises in the sky.
I'm gonna carefully move back to the back where the entrance to our little tunnel here, and start digging my way out carefully and quietly.
As soon as you reach up and touch like the first little bit of snow, the entire thing caves in, and you're just exposed there.
Ollie!
So it caves
And
in
you
on
don't-
us, is what you're
But
saying.
just on Ollie, really. So you're about waist deep in snow.
Okay.
And you can. It's a bright sunny day. There's not a cloud in the sky. You do, however, see smoke on the distance to the northeast.
Still, okay.
The northeast.
Oh boy.
It
I
was-
climb
get
up
out.
him. I climb up there with him. Any sign of dragons?
None that you can see. I mean, you see like the large, footprints in the snow around you, but none that you can see anywhere.
I want
I'm
to
sorry.
find the biggest footprint that I can, and just stare at it in awe, and just how close to us it was.
You can't really see any, but then Kelmer does kind of come over and kind of point out the shape, and it's much larger than you were expecting. You thought it was just kind of like, little hills and divots in the snow, but no, this was actually a large footprint it was bigger than you're expecting, so you couldn't even identify it.
Oh man.
Holy shit.
I think that may have been the biggest dragon we've ever come across.
So it's like he's climbing over ditches and a little hill, and he's like, "Where's the footprint?" And then the camera zooms out from the top, and he's climbing in a footprint, and
Yeah.
doesn't
Exactly.
realize it.
Do you guys watch Supernatural?
I have.
No.
I think it's the latest season when they went to the other world. Do you see that part yet?
I don't think so.
No, it's exactly that sort of thing. Like they, jump down a little hill or whatever. They're walking and climb back up another one, and it's the exact same that camera movement where it comes up. And it's just like a footprint they just walked through.
Oh wow.
Fucking A.
I need clarification. What do we see to the northeast?
Signs of the smoke in the distance.
As if they went back to where they came from?
No, as if
No.
where we're heading has been destroyed and burned by them.
But we don't see it was not like it was before. It's
So
just
before
smoke
it
coming up
was
from before. It's just like smoke coming up in columns up ahead.
right. So before it was the whole dragons blotting out the sun sort of thing, and by that time the smoke hadn't hit you as much as it has now.
Shit.
I think it may have just taken that many dragons to wipe out the giants.
That's not
I
good.
do believe you're right.
And we were
I
headed
pray you're not.
here for information on where the cloud castle crashed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the frost giant that lived here was supposed to maybe have information.
Well, out of character, and that was because the vampire that was on the cloud castle contacted us for help. And
Right. She sent her blood doll to ask for help. Told us to look for Brundvel, the frost giant, at Udoveld Mead Hall. And I have Fallville with a question mark
Udoveld.
next to it. I don't know what that meant.
Okay.
The other,
What?
I don't know. I have Thalvel, and maybe it was just where I misunderstood a word. I don't know. It's just Thalvel question mark.
So Uldoveld, Uldoveld, is the mead hall of Brunvild, Brunvild, a powerful frost giant Jarl, and Chief. It literally says Chief Chieftain. What the hell? Is the Chief Chieftain of the Broken Tut? What?
Well, there can be more than one chieftain. This is the chief of the chiefs. Chieftains.
This is the chieftain of the chiefs.
Okay, Brunveld is the mead hall of Brunvild, a powerful frost giant Jarl, and the Chief Chieftain of the Broken Tusk Orcs. Does it make sense that the orcs and the giants would share a mead hall?
Not particularly, no.
Not with
think
what
so.
you told us beforehand.
End of the world. Make strange. What do they call them? Bedfellows? What?
Bedfellows.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
It's
Maybe they
These
came
guys
together
are
to try
so
to save the
horrible.
world. What do I know?
It's either rebellion
Well,
or
it
revolution.
didn't work because
but,
they're all
you know.
dead. So you do come across the building that you kind of see there a little bit. However, it is completely just devastated. It's just embers and burning wood on the ground there. The ice is actually like melted and then frozen into like just a glassy surface all around. You see burned, both just like the totally charred, and then also just kind of like the third degree kind of burn, or is it first? Which is the worst burn?
I don't know.
Third degree.
is the
Third
worst.
degree burns everywhere. And on the front, there's still one just like spike that's been put right in the middle, and on that is most of a frost giant. Its legs have been. It's just the bones that are left. So like the thighs are kind of like ripped, and they're kind of just dripping blood and gore down, and there's just like the white bones hanging loose there. Every once in a while, like the wind will catch it just right, and it'll just kind of wave a little bit. The frost giant themselves, the beard has been. It looks like it's just been ripped off. So it's just like raw, scars where the hair had been. There's a gaping wound in its chest, and there's a sickly sort of red pulsing that's happening there. And one eye is kind of bruised and closed and bloodied, and the other one is bloodshot, but is looking out and slowly kind of looks up at you as you guys walk closer.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you alive?
What in the name of Moradin? And this whole time, Hamler is just like death clutching his amulet.
Ren just approaches and helplessly. What can we do to help you?
It's a giant.
It's on a giant on his death spike.
That's fair.
Duh.
Death spike, Ollie.
Is anybody
Death.
speak giant?
No.
So as it starts to speak, it's really just kind of like a bubble of blood that comes out, and he kind of hacks a little bit. And as he does, the glowing red in his chest cavity kind of dims a little bit, and doesn't regain its the glow from before.
Oh man.
Well, shit. Unless he can understand us.
Does he appear to still be alive, or?
Yeah, the one eye is now kind of opened, and you get a sense of like pleading, and he kind of tries to like shake his head a little bit, and you hear just like this nasty crunch, and kind of the head just like stops in place, and it's kind of tilted at an odd angle as he keeps kind of talking to
I
you.
can't understand him, but I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts while he's talking and see if maybe I could get anything from that.
I try to put my hand on his hand to give whatever comfort I possibly can.
Oh, God.
All right, so Ollie he takes out a copper piece from his pouch and just twirls it in his fingers as he casts the spell. and cast Detect Thoughts. And at first, I just want to see his surface thoughts and see if I can what he's thinking right now as he's trying to talk to us.
Constitution save.
Oh no.
I'm going to use luck on that.
Sure.
That didn't help.
As soon as the magic starts to go, your knees just buckle, and you just drop to the ground from pain.
Oh!
Like his surface thoughts are just nothing but pain.
God.
So what happened there is he got off the spell, and when he tried to penetrate the giant's mind at all, it gave him pain.
Well, no. So he's trying to read the giant's thoughts, and the surface thoughts is just intense pain, and that just kind of overwhelmed Ollie a little bit.
Gotcha.
While you're on your knees, though, you start to get more, and you keep getting like flashbacks to just like, this leathery sky just falling down, and just the screams and the pain of the giants around you, and just the searing heat. And just you have this image in your head of sitting on the throne, and you've got your meat in one hand, and you've got like this polar bear drumstick in the other, and you kind of take a bite into it and just like rip off and pulling the drumstick out and throwing it down, and you look down, and that's your leg. That same sort of thing had just happened to you as you were hanging there on this thing. And it's just the dragons all around you, and just the heat radiating off their scales, and just the thought overwhelming you is she is here, she is here, she is here.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is how Ollie got PTSD.
Holy shit.
Can I use the part of the spell to penetrate deeper and see if he knows anything about Sandasil or Blagothkus or the Cloud Castle before he dies on us?
Before he dies,
yeah.
Is there any way I can heal him or get him off of that spike before I heal him?
What do you want to try?
Casting heal?
Okay. Go ahead and roll for how much you heal?
70.
Okay.
What is the path of this spike? I'm so scared to ask.
It's kind of replacing his spine, sort of.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah. So Kemmler, you take 70 points of damage as your healing goes in his body, and you've never seen this happen before, but your energy that's normally like kind of a green glow or whatever, and as it passes from your fingertips into his body, it is drawn out of the body and into that kind of glowing red that was in his chest cavity, and that reflects back on you as like a thunderbolt sort of thing.
Oh my
You've
God.
just taken like this burning sensation.
Is this device in his chest, does this resemble the
There's no device. There's just like it's like an open cavity, and I'm gonna give you a medicine check.
No, I don't think I can. Kemmler just got... He's just on the ground, just...
So Ren, you notice, I mean, you're not, an expert at, anatomy of a giant, but you seem to see that there doesn't seem to be a heart. That there was just this glowing orb that, got a little dimmer, and now got a much, much dimmer. And you can see kind of like, all of the body of him kind of like, lolling a little bit. And actually when you grabbed his hand, you didn't realize you were putting pressure on it or nothing, but your hand kind of slides away a little bit, and you pull off all of the tissue that you'd been holding on to.
Yeah, it sloughed right off. Okay.
Yeah.
Can I get anything out of him with the detect thought spell before he dies or anything?
You get the image of the cloud castle in the side of a mountain.
Can I tell what direction it may be?
Mostly southeast.
Okay.
I don't know what to do.
I don't think there's anything we can do for him.
Wait, so we got the image of the cloud castle to the southeast?
Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Whoa.
Well, we're done here. Let's go.
Okay.
We can't leave while he's still alive.
I can
He doesn't
end
deserve
this.
to die alone.
I can end it.
I think he's in enough pain that he would appreciate that right now.
I'll...
And as you guys were talking, you
Is there
see
any
like
way
a
to
tear.
communicate?
You see like a tear forming on the lower of his one open eyelid, and it does this weird sort of thing as it cascades down his face. It's kind of like, like putting your finger through watercolor or whatever. So all the red on his face, it's kind of just making this little clear rivulet as it drops down, and then it finally like falls off his face, off his lips.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I bitterly draw Polyforge and just like a needle through cloth, just in and out through the front of his head.
Oh man.
Put him out of his misery as fast as I can.
You actually close your eyes when you do this,
Oh, man.
so you don't see the thing. You will always remember the sound that it made, just like this, like kind of a dry paper ripping sort of squishy sound. But he is at peace.
Oh.
Lorch.
Ren just stands in disbelief, full of sorrow. And
Go ahead.
anger growing from it.
Sometimes I hate being the killer, but...
You did him a kindness, Heinrich, trust me. I felt everything that he felt in the last... since this happened, and trust me, that was the right thing to do.
I'm just starting to get up. That guy was under a lot of pain. Oh.
Can we get him off this spike before we go? I know we're in a hurry, but is there something we can do?
Can I look around and see how many dead giants are around us right now?
I mean, dozens.
Are there any dead
What?
dragons around us?
Not a single one.
Holy shit.
I think they surprised them. I don't think they saw them coming.
They knew exactly how and when to hit them.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
Well, when you've got 100 against a dozen, it's not very fair.
Oh my god.
You saw the sky. There's probably more than 100.
Just a constant rolling ocean wave of hundreds of dragons coming down on you in breath weaponing, one after the other. Like, yeah.
Yep.
They wouldn't have even had to stop.
Nope.
Holy
Just
shit.
a big loop of dragon fire.
Right. Oh my god.
So,
Oh.
wow.
So, what now? We can't stop.
The last thing I got from him was Cloud Castle maybe crashed in the mountains to the southeast.
I'll plant my foot on the base of the spike where he's planted. Can I push it down so at least he's flat on the ground?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I boot the spike over and salute him and then turn and sheath my sword. Well, let's get moving. That's why we're here.
I do a
Before
quick
Ren-
prayer over him.
Walks away, she turns and looks and closes his eye. I think he only had one left. I don't know, but
Polly's still just staring just jaw hanging open. He's like,
Come on, Ollie, we gotta go.
I'll
I saw
offer
it
Ollie
all.
and then Kemmler a hand up. Ollie because he's shocked, and Kemmler because he took a serious hit.
I'm alright. Thank you, though, Hyde. Let's get moving.
Ollie's just got this distant stare in his eyes. Just,
Yeah,
I saw it all.
I'll pick up Ollie. Tell me all about it. Straddle him on my back while we start walking.
Is this
Ren,
okay
come
place
on,
to
let's
stop?
go.
Yeah.
Of course.
Holy shit.
Okay.
That was... Wow.
Since you've now taken away all of our, like, I don't know.
Hope.
Ain't no pep in my step.
This is probably as close as I will ever feel to being emasculated.
Yeah. Couple hundred dragons will do that to you.
Holy shit.
Right?
Also make you feel pretty dead.
Whoa.
We're gonna need a lot of help. A lot of help.
A lot of help.
Aye.
I just imagine us
That we
quietly
are.
trudging away, and Ollie's slung across my back, and he just mumbles as he's processing all the visions he had. We're gonna need a lot of help, and Hein just stalwart. We have friends. We'll get through it. As we push our way southeast. God damn, that was epic. That was wicked.
Kai, for not feeling very well,
For-
that was amazing.
right? I'm like,
So-
yeah, we should do a scene. You're like, I don't be too happy about it.
No, so the scene I was talking about at that point was a bunch of dragons in the sky.
I figured, but I
That-
know
that was
I know
it.
you
Everything
well
else
enough.
was on the fly.
I know you well enough to know once you get going, you get a little bit of life going through you, and that's what I was
Yes.
hoping, was that once you got started, it would kick in for you, and it did. Holy shit! But yeah, we're good now. We're good to. Oh my god!
Oh, there it is.
Shit! There it is.
It even looks like I remember it looking.
That is not where I expected that to be.
Oh my.
I'm not sure there's any hope. I mean, the dragons were going toward it.
I don't think that's to scale either.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
like we
so.
probably wouldn't have missed that. We kind of would have
I was
passed
gonna say.
by that in a way.
Wouldn't we see
like-
that? That's bigger than the fucking mountain.
Yeah.
It's a
Hopefully
very
before next
misleading
Monday,
map.
I can like get reacquainted with my accent. I couldn't find it for shit.
I was a little worried I'd have a little trouble getting back into Ollie, but I felt like I did all right. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Trying to make a get back into Ollie joke, but it just seems to be inappropriate.
no, go for it. It's fine. I understand.
It seems to be a little childish.
It
Oh,
feels
Jesus.
Oh,
kind
if
of
we
like a
can't be
trap.
childish, what can we be?
Feels a
I'm
little
never
like
gonna
a
stop
Hey,
being
hey,
childish.
James Gunn got fired from Disney for those kind of jokes, so
Well, Disney's loss.
did you guys hear about that?
No.
The director of Guardians of the Galaxy and Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was fired by Disney, so he's no longer working on Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because 10 years ago he made really stupid offensive jokes on Twitter.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That is so dumb.
I mean, I'll admit the jokes were really dumb, but, at the time he was just an idiot,
Yeah, but haven't we all made a dumb joke that we shouldn't have made at some?
But not only
God.
that. Consider this. 10 years ago, we had a very different world we lived in than we do now. What if
Yeah.
someone got judged for comments they made 50 years ago when it was a very different world? You can't. It's taken out of context 10 years later. There's no
Exactly.
way to hold those comments in context.
And to be practical about it, the guy's already made 2 highly successful movies. You really think anybody after those 2 movies is going to go, oh, but back 10 years ago on Twitter, and the next movie's not going to work? How is that even
Yeah, right.
relevant at all? It's not.
Our witch hunt continues.
Oh my god. Yeah, there's got to be some
When will the bubble burst?
background bullshit to that.
So, before we call it a night, I am curious, Kai, is there any way for me to tell what this scroll I have does? Is that something I could figure out
Hey,
on a
what's up?
short rest, or is that something I need
How's
to
it going?
identify spell for?
I can identify it for you.
Sure, hold on.
I'll let Kimmler do it then.
Why do you have a camera?
I forgot
I'd
you
like
had
to save
that.
my memories. Where are you going?
Yeah.
My nanas?
Your nanas? Are you Jewish?
No, God no.
Well, why don't you get in? We'll give you a ride.
She don't want to walk too far. Her legs is gonna get tired.
So this is one of the videos he made long ago.
What's this material right here?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm into fashion. Yeah.
The helpful
Oh
part.
boy.
Floop. Floopy.
She likes that, Bob.
Oh, you like that?
Floop indeed.
Here we are. 6 in Alameda, right?
Yeah?
Havana
See you
Bob.
later.
Say hi to your nana for us.
Take care.
I like to save my memories.
That bitch totally needed a ride.
Say hi to your nana for us.
Thank you.
Hey, man. Need a ride somewhere?
Floop.
Hey, dude. You need a ride? Oh, sorry.
As he's putting his key
Man,
in
do you
his
need a
car.
ride?
Oh god.
You like that?
Floop.
Yeah, I think she does, baby.
That gives me a Woody for helping others.
Oh my god.
I'm great.
Where are you guys going?
Helpful buzz.
Party?
Well, we'll give you a ride to the party, and you guys can party with Havana Bob here on the way.
We got some pizza, some Fritos, some
So this next one is
Why you gotta dog me out
it's much well. Let me find a better copy. Hold on.
Do you have any beer?
Whoa, no. Open container laws.
Hey, dude, need a ride? Oh, sorry.
They can't have a good time without the juice? That's a pretty certain sign of alcoholism.
My dad died of alcoholism.
That poor old lady.
I'm sorry, Kai, what did you say?
Wow.
This video you shared is too good. Okay.
The fuck is wrong with you?
Can we give you a ride for
The
$200?
fuck is wrong with you?
Go, 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 go!
Okay, so this one is slightly more graphic and but it's absolutely hilarious.
Oh shit. That
I
was,
gotta finish this one. This is great.
that was some crazy
You watching
thunder.
Squeal Happy Whores. Hey,
Hi, baby.
That was
how's
nuts,
it going?
dude.
Really good. How are
It's crazy raining where
Yeah, you
Drax
feeling
is at.
horny?
you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
I'm all dressed up and ready to go.
Alright. You ready for this little series we got today?
Mm-hmm. I heard you got a surprise for me.
Uh-huh.
A big surprise.
That's right.
Do you have any
Why don't you
beer?
show me your ass?
What? No, what? No. Open container laws.
Ooh. Like that?
Oh yeah, just like that. Alright. Hey, have you met Joey Bone?
Mm-mm.
You wanna say hi?
Hi, Joey.
Awesome.
Is that the guy today?
Yeah, that's him. Why don't you say hi?
Hi, baby.
You wanna fuck that guy?
I definitely, and I think he wants to fuck me.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Oh, fuck.
This is definitely headphone material.
I've got a motherfucking erection.
Is he singing?
Is he singing?
Now I'm going to tell you some shit I'm going to do to you.
Okay, well, I'm really up for anything. Except...
First, I'm going to eat you out. Shove my cock into your mouth. I'll be too rough, you'll gag, 'cause I'm the opposite
Wait a
of
minute, man. We live like 10 miles from here.
That's kind of offensive, but if you just stop singing about it and actually...
Then I'll stick it in your quim, where 12,000 men have been. Slide a finger in your chute, and pray to God I don't touch poop. I'll pull it out and jerk it off. You know they love to see that sauce.
Wow, that's
Spray it
awesome.
on your
Hey guys,
eyes
wanna
and
get in the
tits.
bus? We got Fritos and grape soda. What? Oh, they mustn't have heard me.
Freaky face like
So imagine that sort of stuff on Twitter, and that's why he got fired.
Oh, okay. So fucking what? Lame. Well, I hope their next movie crashes, which I hate to say because those two movies were fucking awesome.
They really are.
The cast has like really got his back.
I think everybody should have his back. I think now is the time for people to speak against that shit.
It's a comedy bit, like
one of his tweets was, the best part about being raped is when you're not being raped, because then you're like, boy, it sure feels great not to be raped anymore. Which
you know what? Which is
it's
very
stupid
true.
and funny, but yeah.
It's debatably accurate.
I agree.